To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Baker throwing again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You've got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Another try following the sack. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Third and long, Mayfield. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. All spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On second down, it's Brooks. Across the 45 and still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the podcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
From the pistol, it's Young. Complete out to the right. To the house, touchdown Carolina! The Panthers finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll kick things up from the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. He's on the move. He's got him, that's McMillan. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Has it at the 7. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward. To throw, Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He keeps it himself. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
Irving on the inside give. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running once more with Brooks. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Young. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I'm I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. With a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Brooks. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Dump off to his fullback. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. And stop made by K.J. Britt. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers with 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Young. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Seriously? Was that even a play?
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. He's trying another one deep. This is brought in at the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He brings it in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. To the air on 1st down. Young makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Young on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Bryce Hall picks it. Hits the 20. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. He's going deep this time. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards. And 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. McMillan hauls it in. Has room down the left sideline. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 3-possession lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw. Here's Young. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Young throwing here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got Leggett. And he's out of bounds past midfield.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, it's Young. He throws a bullet down the right side, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jamel D makes the play. And the Buccaneers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
Offense to the line for second down. They kick the running back in motion. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on the play that time, and it'll be 3rd and 12.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It is caught left side. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Young looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this? Seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game. And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. His 1st punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's cut along the left sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Panthers 1st down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw here on first down. Legette's got it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Here's first and 10 from the 34. They've got a man in motion. They'll throw it again. Chased out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Motioning left is their running back. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Baker now from the gun. Misfire there, couldn't connect. This one intended for the running back. So it's second down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Throwing again is Baker. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Irving hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Aaron Simpos will kick it away. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Launches one deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense up to the line fast.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Throw left side, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 48. He loses the football. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. And that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Right back to Irving now. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and short, Mayfield. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Panthers have some new life in the 4th. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. He's got it at the 5. And this is down all the way to the 3. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I'll be the one to say it, Kate. He gets up through that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
In a situation like this, you got to be effective. I mean, this game is hard. When you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Back to throw. Oh, he lost the football. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack and that play was a masterpiece.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Setting up to pass. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Bryce Hall picks it. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition